I saved over $100 this week at Kroger, so of course I had to make a video to tell you guys about it. I don't shop at Kroger every week. I kind of vary between Walmart, Kroger when I really like their sales or their coupons, and then sometimes Aldi too because they have really good prices when you do the in-store shopping. But this week I decided to shop at Kroger because they had some sales that I really wanted to take advantage of, and then I saw in the app that I also had some good coupons. I'm going to show you my whole grocery haul and everything I saved and the good deals I got and everything like that. But first I wanted to talk about a couple things that if you don't regularly shop at Kroger, you might not be familiar with. So first of all, Kroger delivery. Now I don't normally do Kroger delivery. I don't pay for Boost, and so Kroger delivery, you do pay for that. And so I just usually don't feel like that. I'd rather do the free pickup or go in the store if I have time. But I decided to do delivery this time because there were a few sales, like a sale on eggs and then sales on a couple other things that they were saying it was out of stock when I went to do pickup on the app. But then if I changed it to delivery, they had it in stock for delivery. I don't know why that's the case, but sometimes that is the case. And it was honestly just a convenience thing. I was like, I don't want to have to go in the store and see if I can find this stuff. If I can't get it with pickup, I think I'm just going to do delivery. And something I've realized about delivery is depending on the time of day, you can get it cheaper. So if I had wanted to have my groceries delivered the night of, like the night that I placed the order, it would have been a fee of $9.95. The next morning, it was a fee of $6.95. But then the next afternoon, in like 2 different time slots, I think it was from 2 to 3 and then 3 to 4, it was only $2.95 for the delivery fee. So I was like, $3, that is really not bad for delivery. And because it's Kroger delivery, it's not through Instacart. It's the Kroger Blue Van delivery, I think is what they call it. They don't accept tips. So I didn't have to worry about that, just $3 flat fee for the delivery. So why am I telling you this? Well, when you do delivery, before you check out on the app or on your computer, it will a lot of times ask if you want to see the flash sales. And I always say yes, because you never know what they're going to have in there. The flash sales are just random. So I got a couple really good flash sales this time that I was super excited about. One for pecans, that was just like a fantastic deal. And the other one was for candy. It was also a really, really good deal. So you just never know. Sometimes they're just all things you're not interested in, but sometimes there are things that they're going to expire soon or whatever. And so they're really marked down. So if you are doing delivery, it's always worth paying attention to the flash sales. Just take a look and see if there's anything worth getting. Of course, I know I always talk about this when I talk about Kroger, but always check for your coupons, your best customer bonus coupons. Those ones are awesome. Now, mine are always on the app. They're always digital. My sister gets hers in the mail, and I don't know why she doesn't get hers in the app. So it might be different for you than me. Maybe you get them in the mail. Maybe they're in the app for you. But for me, they're in the app, and there are usually really good ones, like on basic stuff that I get, like it'll be on eggs or on butter or on cereal. Like this week I had a box of free cereal, so you can't beat free. I also had a coupon for $2.25 off of a chuck roast. So that was very convenient too. So those are my favorite coupons, so I always check for those. And then the last thing I wanted to say before I show you my haul is that one thing I really love about Kroger is when they have to do a substitution, like they're out of an item that you have already ordered, it's part of your order, they will substitute for something else, and usually, at least it's pretty much always been the case for me, they will give you the same price. Whereas, like at Walmart, they'll tell you, we don't have this, you can substitute this, but you're gonna pay more. But Kroger doesn't do that. They will give you the sale price, even if it's a different item. Now, they don't promise that, so I'm not saying it's gonna always be the case, but in general, as much as I can remember, that has always been the case for me, which is really nice. Okay, with all that being said, let me show you my Kroger order for this week and everything that I got, what I spent, and how I saved over $100. Here is a look at my full grocery order from Kroger this week. I had to really scrunch everything to get it to fit here on the table. It's a good bit of stuff, which I'm really happy about. So let me start over here and show you everything I got and the deals that I got. So this week when I'm recording, the eggs were $1.99 for the 18 count. So I got 3 of those because we eat plenty of eggs. I know we will go through those in plenty of time before they go bad. Then cottage cheese, not necessarily on sale. Well, actually, this 24 ounce was a little bit on sale because it was marked to the same price as the 16 ounce. So I think I only needed the 16 ounce for the recipe I'm going to make. I add it to baked ziti, but I went ahead and got this 24 ounce since it was the same price. and I will use the rest in something else because it's always nice to have cottage cheese to add protein. Butter, I just stocked up recently, but I had a couple coupons, like the best customer bonus coupons, and so that made this $2 and I think 30 cents or something, so that was a great price. So I wanted to make sure to grab that. Half and half was normal price. I just needed that to add some to a soup I'm making tonight, a white chili. Then look at all these chuck roasts. I've not bought chuck roast in quite a while. Can't get my words out here. I'm sure many of you remember, as I do, when they used to be a lot cheaper than they are now. I'm trying to see if you can, they don't even have the price on here for you to see, but they were $4.97 a pound. Yes, I remember when they would go on sale for $2.97 a pound, but it just is what it is. I have not bought chuck roast in quite a while, and so I really wanted to make a pot roast and have some for the freezer too. So I went ahead and got 3 of them. I also had a coupon for $2.25 off of one of them, so that was great. They're different sizes, so I think one was about $15, one was $13, and the smallest one was $11. Then ground beef was $3.99 a pound, so I went ahead and got 2 more of the 3-pound rolls of it. I guess that's what it's called. And I also had a coupon for $1.25 off of one of those, I believe. Pork sausage is just to go with my big ziti. That was not on sale. Got a bag of onions. I had a random 50-cent coupon for the onions. And then this water, they had their Kroger water, the 40 count, on sale for $3.99. They were apparently out of that, and so they substituted 2 of the 24, and they gave it to me at the same price as the sale price. So that is a really great deal. I got a couple extra, 8 extra, and still just paid the $3.99. Water that is not, bottled water is not an essential, but I do like to have it in our outdoor fridge. It's just really convenient, and it's kind of a treat for me. I know that sounds silly. I just love bottled water. And so I figure it's way cheaper than treating myself to vitamin water. So I bought it. Anyways, you probably didn't need to know all that, but that's why I bought the water. The strawberries were there was a weekly deal on the strawberries where it was $5 for 2 16 ounces. So the 32 ounce, which would be like this. And I wasn't actually going to get them, but then they showed up on the flash sale. It was a little bit less, actually, $4.73. I'm not sure why they were on sale like that, but I caved and went ahead and got them because it sounded really good. Grapes were 99 cents a pound, so I got 1 package of those. I had a coupon for a free box of Kroger cereal. So we got that kind that the kids really like. The Cheez-Its, the family size, was $2 off. I can't remember what that made the box. I mean, still, it's Cheez-Its, so it's still pricier than, I don't know, some snacks, but we all love those and haven't had them in a while, so I decided to get those. I had a 50-cent coupon off of Betty Crocker. That made this $1.50 for this brownie mix. Just nice to have in the pantry. This is for our baked ziti this week. I mean, it's not ziti, but I just use whatever, so that's what we're gonna use. The Nerds, okay, we do not need more candy right now for sure. My kids have plenty of candy, but this was on the flash sale. I guess it's leftover from Halloween. So it was $1.18 per bag. So I thought these will be great to just store away in my stash. They could be stocking stuffers. They could be, treats, rewards for something, whatever. I'm just going to store them away, but that was a great price for those. The bread was not on sale. Did not have a coupon. I just needed it, so I grabbed those. This, you guys, is what I'm most excited about, these pecans. I've been out of pecans for a while. I usually buy them from Costco, but these were on the flash sale. They say to use by, let's see, November 18th. When I'm recording this, today it's like the 11th. So they're supposed to be used in like a week, but that is no problem because they freeze just fine. I'm just going to toss them in the freezer. So this bag, this whole bag, this was a 12 ounce, was $2. So I paid $8 for 4 of these bags, which is just a fantastic deal. I can't remember how much Kroger usually charges for this brand. I'll look it up and put it on the screen, but I'm saving a ton by only paying $2 a bag. So I'm super excited about that. Probably should have gotten even more, but I thought 4 bags was probably enough. Then this week they had their 5-pound bags of apples, which they don't even always have. They had those on sale for $5. So I got Granny Smiths and Pink Ladies. I'll stick those in the fridge, and I mean, we'll go through them pretty fast anyways, but that was a good deal just to add $1 a pound for the apples. Potatoes were just normal price, $2 something for the bag of russet potatoes. The broccoli really cracked me up. I ordered 2 crowns of broccoli, and look, little tiny ones, which is really funny. Sometimes you don't know what you're gonna get when you are doing, you know, pickup or delivery or whatever. But that's okay. That is the only problem with this order, that they gave me such tiny ones. That is totally fine. We'll just have a little less broccoli on the day I was planning to have broccoli. That is okay. Also got a bag of carrots, and yeah, I think that is it. So I'm most excited about the eggs and the meat that were on sale, and then of course the pecans. Just such a fantastic deal for those. So this order was $135. That includes my $3 fee for delivery. And according to Kroger, when they took off all the sales and all the coupons and everything, I saved over $100. So I'm super pleased about that. Always makes me happy to save money and still be able to feed my family well. So that is my Kroger order for this week. And that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you as always so much for watching. Let me know if you've gotten some good deals at Kroger lately too, or wherever you like to shop. I'd love to hear about the deals you're getting. And I hope you have a great rest of your week. I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye.